Love you all. Welcome all you lovers to the Florida Love Show. This is your love hour right before happy hour, sponsored by Florida Love. Join us each week as we spread love in the Florida community and transform the world with love. Now, back to spreading love.
This is for you, Kenny. It's the Florida Love Show, paying love forward is the theme. It's the Florida Love Show, hosted by Kenny and his dream. Every special guest brings their love to the set, and the interview flies, it all comes alive like a duet. He wears many hearts, so he has a very special side. In the Brooklyn Cafe, it's a big love buffet. With roses galore, and you are adored. Come take a bouquet. Show your love wherever you can. Shine your light. Follow this man. Live your dreams. Plan your day. If you love them, you are on your way. Show your love wherever you can. Shine your light. Follow this man. Live your dreams. Make your day. If you love them, you are on your way. Shine your love wherever you can. Shine your light. Love this man. Live your dreams. Make your day. If you love them, you are on your way. Give the gift of love and pay it forward and go. Give a kiss, give a hug. It's the Florida Love Show. Love you, Kenny.
Mwah, mwah, mwah. Love you, Sharon. So Sharon is the Florida Love Show singer. She created the Florida Love Show theme song you just heard. And Sha is just pure love. I mean, she is amazing, 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 amazing. So I love Sha so much, and I love everybody so much. So I have a special guest here today, Stanley Goodman of the Goodman Foundation. I love you, Stanley. This is the best when we have special guests. Stanley, I call him Dad. He was on the show a few months ago with his, we did it in loving memory to his son and the unsung poet. And he's here today. I said, Dad, you coming? He said, right away, I'm coming. And then I'm going to be loving Dawn. I love you, Dawn, so much. And Dawn, we're going to be loving her mom, Shirley, and her brother, Harlan, today on the show. So I want to welcome all you lovers to the Florida Love Show. So the Florida Love Show, we're a nonprofit. Everything on the Florida Love Show is free. To be a guest, to post to the pages, to post to the groups, everything is free. Love is free. And love is just because. So at Florida Love, I give out roses. I give out different things to people just to love them. But after George Floyd's passing, I gave out roses to all African Americans to say I love you. And the news ended up covering it. So I'm going to show you the first news so you can see what Roses for Change is all about. Please play the first news.
Welcome back. Now at 5:30, who couldn't use a little love right now?
One Pompano Beach businessman is making it his mission to spread love all around by giving out the flower of love to random strangers. CBS 4's Lisa Petrillo has this heartwarming story.
There's an old song with lyrics that say what the world needs now is love, sweet love. Ken Lerman is living that moment in a movement he created called Roses for Change.
We love you.
The idea for Roses for Change came about after the death of George Floyd and the turmoil that followed.
I felt their pain. And for me, I don't see color. I mean, I see us all as human beings. And we all can love each other. I mean, love is simple.
Ken, who owns his own printing business for 35 years, appropriately named the Happy Printer, decided to spring into action, purchasing dozens of roses he could hand out.
The first thing I did was I went to Whole Foods and I also went to Publix and I gave out roses to all the African Americans in the store. And I said, I love you. And they said, I love you back. And they said, God bless you. And they said, we need love more now than ever before.
Ken was so moved by the response, he posted pictures on Facebook, receiving 600 likes. Suddenly, Roses for Change on Facebook was born. His followers wanted to join him, buying roses too, and it's now become a movement, spreading love to people of all races. We recently caught up with them in Boca Raton.
I just want to say I love you. Have a wonderful day.
Michelle Bellman, who had never met Ken in person, wanted in on the love train and came out on this day to volunteer.
His message is just of love, and love yourself, and love one another. And he speaks to my soul, and he speaks to me because I love to spread love as well.
Some were skeptical, wondering if there's a catch to these random acts of kindness. But for those who understood it, it meant the world.
I think it's just amazing. This is really, really nice. You're really showing your love. You're taking your time to do this. Just amazing. And the red flowers, forget it. Just bringing brightness to this world. It's much needed. Thank you so much.
Seriously, so sweet.
Can you imagine what a world it would be like if we just all gave roses to each other instead of what's actually going on? Like, to me, that's a way to spread a message. Spread the message of love.
Lucky me, I received my rose. For more information on Roses for Change when they meet every Friday, go on to our website at cbsmiami.com. I'm Lisa Petrillo, smelling sweet, CBS 4 News.
Love you, Lisa Petrillo. Smelling sweet. So, again, Florida Love is a nonprofit. Love is free. And life is short. I could pass right now. And actually, I love you, Michelle Bellman. I love you, Michelle Love. Michelle and I love each other so much. But when that news, when we went to Boca, Michelle and I had met for the first time that day. And she said, he speaks to my soul. Now, what's amazing about that is I believe that when we're all born, we're born pure love. So even the most evil person was born pure love. So at Florida Love, we love everyone. We are spreading love to all human beings all over the world. That's our mission, all human beings. And I believe if I spread love to one person, I spread love to all human beings. And love spreads like love fire. It just so fast. Oh my God, I love you, Jadarian. I love you, Jadarian. Jadarian's amazing. He spreads so much love. Yeah, thank God it's Friday, Allison. I love you, Allison. Allison and I were, hey, Todd, I love you, brother. Oh my God, I love you, Todd. Todd's incredible. Todd's spreading love all over Instagram, Facebook, all over the world. Todd's always spreading love. Jadarian, love you. Allison, we were watching Chris the other day, Chris McDonald, who's an Elvis impersonator. He was on the show. We were watching together. Love you, love you, love you. Please keep the comments coming. Wow. Todd, thank you for watching. He's such a lover. I love you, Todd. Love you, love you. Oh, you made me so happy today. So, again, kids are pure love, and we're all born pure love. So when Michelle says you speak to my soul, I believe you're speaking to the little baby in her, the little child in her. That's our soul. We are all pure love underneath it all. And when I give out roses, people light up because it speaks to their soul, the love. It speaks to their heart and it speaks to their soul. So Val, I'm going to change it up a little bit right now, okay? So I'm going to show you a video of a child, because children just love each other. No question, no judgment, no nothing, just love everybody. Say, I love you, love you, love you, love you, till they learn language at like 2, 3 years old. Before they learn language, language is what messes us up, because we create our world with language. So if we don't have language like little children, they are pure love. So Val, can you please play the hug video where a child just goes around hugging everybody?
Free hugs for everybody. I know, hugs for everyone. Can I get a hug? I want a hug. I get a hug. Thank you for the hug. It's good to see you. It's real. You can blow on it.
Oh, yeah, so there's a little child, probably 2, 3 years old, who doesn't have language, just goes around loving everybody, doesn't see color, doesn't see anything, you know, no stereotyping, nothing, just no judgment, just loving, 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 loving. Yes, Chris is an entertainer, Alston. Yes, he is. He is pure love, Chris. He's amazing, amazing. So here's a child just loving everybody. So underneath it all, we are all little babies. And really, for me, I see love everywhere I go because I create in language, I love you. I say I love you to everybody. Say I love you to everybody in my building, my doorman, my neighbors, my maintenance guy. And when I was in Publix today, I was saying I love you to everybody. And it was amazing because there was these two like, you know, I don't like to say the word homeless. Like, I don't want to say that. But somebody could stereotype them that way. But I'm not going to say that. I'm just going to say these 2 men were there and they said to me, are those roses real? And I said, they sure are. Here you go. I love you. And the guy just lit up and he just said, I love you, I love you, I love you. God bless you. And I said, God bless you too. He lit up. And so both men lit up. And then I went over to another woman who was with a guy and I said, I love you. And he says, I love you too, is her boyfriend. He gave it to her. And then I went up to 2 people who live in my building who happened to be in Publix. And I said, I love you. And I gave her a rose, the husband and wife, who I happen to just know from my pool at my building. And they're like, oh my God, Kenny, love you, love you, love you. Where you been? I said, Florida Love Show, doing it 100 straight shows for almost the past 2 years. And they're like, we love you so much. I love you so much too. I love you so much too. Love you, love you, love you. So, and then love just started spreading. And then all over Publix were all saying, I love you to each other. So that's how love spreads, like love fire. So if we just went out and said, I love you to everybody, if we just went out and give just because, We can all love each other. It just takes one person. Just give to one person today. We call it the Florida loving hug. But to love, say I love you, give a hug, just one person. A hug is a silent way of saying I love you. And love spreads to everyone. So I want to say I love you to Griffin. Griffin just wrote in, I love you, Griffin. So Griffin's amazing. He's like this incredible gamer. He just created a Florida love game where they have love characters that kill the hate characters so that we only have love in the world. And actually, Griffin, we're going to actually talk more about it so I can share more about it. But he's incredible. I love you, Griffin, so much. So I'm going to show you the next news, which is where I hand out roses to teenagers. Now, here, these are teenagers that haven't heard I love you in years from their parents, from their siblings, from their friends. And at the beginning, we're just hanging around, and at the end, we're all dancing. So that's how love transforms the world. So please play the video where I give out roses to teenagers.
We're continuing to bring you inspiring stories from our area about people changing their communities for the better. Tonight, WPTV News Channel 5's Chris Gilmore shares the story of a man on a mission to spread love, one rose at a time.
Roses are red and Ken Lerman's suit is too.
Love you, Anthony.
If you see his bouquets, he has a message for you.
Man, love you, brother.
The 55-year-old loves love.
I love you.
And he now uses roses to let people know it.
No, I love you.
There's some pain behind Lerman's purpose. His Roses for Change campaign began this summer after he and people across the country witnessed the fallout following the death of George Floyd while in police custody.
How can one human being do that to another human being? Like, I was crying when I saw it.
Armed with roses and a message of love, Lerman says he wanted to reach those most affected.
I got to give this to all the African Americans. They're hurting.
His message has since caught on both online and in Palm Beach County, where he regularly shares love and roses to people of all colors. We caught up with Lerman with 100 of his favorite flowers in hand at the Milagro Center in Delray Beach.
A lot of learning goes on every day here in the Milagro Center, but today's lesson consisted of some flowers and 3 words going a long way.
I love you.
I was surprised and I was like, oh, I love you too.
A lot of these teens say it's been a while since they've heard those words directed at them, and even longer since they have been given flowers.
It was kind of weird at first. I was like, roses giving someone flowers. It was kind of weird because I didn't expect that, but it's pretty nice. It's a really nice gesture.
He said, I love you, you stay safe, and he told my grandma happy birthday too.
Lerman says he hopes the connection he makes with strangers leaves a lasting impact.
That's my mission every single day, to spread love in the Florida community and transform the world with love.
Because maybe all you need is love. In Delray Beach, Chris Gilmore, WPTV News Channel 5.
And you can have us share stories that
Love you, Chris Gilmore. Love you, love you. So I had Cheryl Jaffe made a matchmaker on the show last week, and she posted on my timeline on Facebook after the show. And I love Cheryl so much. I love her husband, Anthony, so much. Oh, love you, Allison. Love you, love you, love you. And we just loved Cheryl's dad, Stanley. I mean, it was so special. So Cheryl wrote this to me, and I just love you, Cheryl. I just thank you. I was in tears. So Cheryl wrote, Ken, I cannot put into words how wonderful it was to be a guest on your show, Florida Love, and how very special you and Sharon made me feel. I did not expect this. You went above and beyond. The bouquet of roses, the candle, so many blown up pictures of my dad and I, having Sharon sing my dad's favorite song and talking about my fondest memories. You made my entire family cry. It was one of the most beautiful tributes to my father, and nobody could have done it better than you. You are truly beyond authentic, kind, and loving. You have a heart of gold. Thank you so much for everything. You glued such a smile on my face, and I will never forget this. Love you, Ken, with like a million hearts. And this is Cheryl, because Cheryl's just pure love. So this show is not about me, okay? All I do is say I love you. Anybody could say I love you. We can all love each other. Love is simple. Actually, Stanley, will you come up here a second? I want to invite Stanley up here, because Stanley was on the show a few months ago, and I just wanted to tell you a little bit about his son. I love Stanley. So Stanley, I lost my dad June 10th, 1996. And Stanley is a dad to me. So Stanley, please share with everybody about your son and what happened.
It's actually apropos because Richard, I had a son that was autistic, epileptic, and he had a speech impediment, and he couldn't really put two sentences together. He passed away, but upon passing away, cleaning up his room, we found that he wrote poetry, which was one of the first times that we were able to get into the mind of an autistic child, what they think about. And what we found out from the poetry was everything that he wrote was about love, which fits into your program. He just wanted to know why people couldn't accept him for who he was. He had a hard time, and people, you know, when I say a hard time, I mean parents have a hard time with that as well. Any parent that has autism knows what I'm talking about. It's a 24/7 day operation in the sense of taking care of a child. And we never knew what he was thinking about. But he wrote it in plain English because he was good on the computer. And he wrote it, and the book that we put out, we published it, was called The Unsung Poet. It's something that anybody with autism, anybody who loves children should read. And if they read it, they'll find out that every child of autism or epileptic has a lot in their soul that all they want is to be loved. That's all that they want, is people to say, you know, hi, here I am. I can't express myself, but I love you. I love everybody, which he would have got along with Ken. Unbelievable, because that's all he wanted to do. And that's why we published the song, and then I formed the Goodman Foundation. And the Goodman Foundation, because of people that sent us donations, we go to the Children's Hospital. We give the parents a food voucher so that they can have food while they're staying with their kids. It cuts down some of their expenses, and that's basically it. But it's all started because maybe I didn't pay attention to my son, and this is my way of getting back to his legacy. He loved it. He loved everybody. I just couldn't see it. Maybe I was working too hard. So, but
and your son passed away from a boating accident.
he had a little boat that we had in the back of the house that he would go around and just talk to people or see people. And one day it must have rained, and he came out. Unfortunately, tried docking the boat, which he did thousands of times, and he must have slipped and hit his head and drowned in the canal. And that's, I guess, we have no control over people, and we have no control of, we're here today, we're not here tomorrow. Nobody has a control over that. But his legacy will live on because we have the book called The Unsung Poet. It's on Amazon, it's on Barnes & Noble. I suggest that people can go read the book. It's a wonderful book because it's all poetry, and everything that he wrote about is love, love, love. So.
Yeah, so he was pure love, a pure soul and heart of love.
Actually, and he couldn't express himself.
And life is short.
Life is short, yes.
Like unexpectedly, he passed.
Oh, sure, he was only 45. And, you know, like that, you don't expect that. We're not supposed to bury our children. So that was a shock to me as well. So this is my way of giving it back to the people and telling them that your child, your autistic child, epileptic child, has a lot more to learn. And if we just take them off of the drugs and let the children live their lives, we'll find out that God had a lot involved for every single child. And if all they want is love, why can't we give it to them? Why can't the parents just take 5 minutes, kiss the child, and no matter what he does, he can express himself, he's listening to things, just give him a hug. There's nothing wrong with hugging people, especially if your own children, because 2 minutes are gone, they're gone. I have another loving son, just came down to Fort Lauderdale, and he has 2 great-grandsons, and every time I see him, I say, I love him. And you think Ken says love, 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 love? I do the same thing right now. Everybody in my world is love, and it's great. It's great. One of the things when I give a food voucher to the parents, they say thank you. I love you. I don't even know them, and they say thank you. This will help me. You have no idea how this is going to help me. So my suggestion is listen to Ken. He knows what he's talking about. When he says love, love, and he does this Rose program, to me, that's one of the best programs around. And I support him no matter what he does.
I love you, Stanley. I love you. So this is like Stanley's my dad. I call him Dad. I love you, Stanley.
Thank you.
I love you,
Thank
love
you
you.
for having me again.
I love you. Love you, love you. Really.
Thank you. I'm going to go sit down.
Okay. Love you.
Thank you.
So life is short. We only have now to love each other, to love our children, to spread love all over the world. And so I could pass right now on this show. So I'm going to show you a video of a husband who takes his wife for granted, and all of a sudden, look what happens. So please play that video of the husband taking the wife for granted.
Hey.
You all right?
I wanted to go for brunch on Saturday, so I was
Right.
thinking we could book something.
Brunch,
There's
yeah.
this really nice restaurant.
Yeah.
I thought we could go.
Hold on 1 second. Yeah. Yeah. 20 minutes. Pen?
Sorry.
Thank you. Yeah. See you later, yeah?
Bye.
Okay. Yeah,
Love
okay.
you.
Be there.
Mr. Clark? Is that
Okay.
Mr. Daniel Clark?
Yeah.
This is Dr. Cohen from Kensington and Chelsea Hospital.
Yeah.
Calling to inform you that this morning your wife was involved in a serious road incident. She passed away en route to the hospital, and I regret to say there was absolutely nothing more we could have done.
I hope this never happens to anyone, but the harsh truth is that it does. Often we're so engrossed in our work that we forget to value, appreciate, and recognize those that we're actually working for. We get so wrapped up in our own lives that we forget the people that make up our life. I know people who regret the last words they said, and others who never really got to share how they genuinely feel. Whatever is taken for granted will eventually be taken away. That's when we end up missing the most the person that we least appreciated. Because we never think the last time will be the last time. We think we have more, but we don't. Focus on those that you really love.
So focus on those that you really love. Say I love you to those you really love. So Dawn Rosenfeld Krieger, who's my special featured guest on the show, is pure love. And you know, I'm talking about life is short. So I'm just going to show you pictures of her beautiful mom and brother who we're going to be honoring today. So her mom is Shirley Love and her brother's Harlan Love. And I love Shirley and Harlan so much. They've been with me all week since Dawn introduced me to her incredible brother and mom. And so I wanted to show you because, again, life is short. You know, Stanley just shared about his son passing at 45 in a boating accident. You know, again, life is short. Look what just happened with COVID. Over 700,000 people just passed like that. I had friends in high school who just passed like that. So we only have now to love each other. So I want to show you pictures, okay? So first picture I want to show you is her beautiful mom, Shirley. So this is Dawn and Shirley. Look at this. Look how gorgeous. So everybody who's seen this picture thinks her mom looks like a different actress. I heard Shirley MacLaine this morning. You told me Elizabeth Taylor. I mean, she is gorgeous, stunning, riveting, beautiful. I mean, and her eyes, inside and out, such love. And that's who Dawn is. She is just incredible, incredible. And she passed recently, right, in 2019? Yes. So every time I look at her, I'm just like, wow. And elegant, classy, sophisticated, a designer like you, Dawn. Yeah, so we're going to share more about her mom in a little bit on the show, but I just wanted to introduce everybody to Shirley Love, because Shirley is pure love. She is such pure love. And I see it in her eyes, and I see her soul. Pure love. Pure love. And then I want to introduce you to Harlan Love, her brother. He's also pure love. And she's going to share about a lot of things he did for the homeless. And he for addicts, right? Hiring only addicts at his business. He is pure love. And again, I look in his eyes and I see a sparkle of joy and love. And he passed suddenly. He snorted something he shouldn't have. How old? 36? 36 years old of a drug overdose. I mean, life is short. I start crying. So I love you, Harlan. And I love you, Dawn. This is beautiful. So we're going to be sharing more about Harlan and Dawn very shortly. Love you, love you, love you, Dawn. Wow. So we have different groups at Florida Love to spread love. And love spreads like love fire. As I always say, one person spreads to every human being. So what's happening with the love groups on Facebook is they're growing like love fire, loving it forward. So we have one group called Love Circle. Started out with one, there's over 1,000. It's pretty amazing. Hundreds are joining every day. Okay, Love Circle is we get together in person, we have days of love, and we say I love you to each other. I've had them at churches, temples, recovery centers. We'll give out roses. So we also have a group called Roses for Change, and please join these groups. If you just want to love and be loved, join all these groups. And we all love each other. And the only requirement to be in a Florida Love group is to be loving. I mean, how simple is that, really, to be loving? So then we have a group, Love Will Keep Us Together, which is one of my favorite songs from Tony and Tennille, Captain and Tennille. And almost 4,000 people now. And again, growing, 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 loving, 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 spreading love. And we say I love you to each other. Everybody in the group says I love you to each other. Hugs, kisses. I mean, so inspiring. And then we have a group, Florida Love Dating and Networking, which I am so moved by it. So one of the things about this group is there's no judgment in this group. Just be loving. So it's incredible how people express themselves. They just want to be loved and meet the man or woman of their dreams. And I just watch it happening. And again, it's just extraordinary. Everybody wants to love and be loved. And one thing I saw in that Love the Hug video is there were a lot of people there say, free hugs, free hugs. You know, here, come here, the little kid, give me a hug. Because everybody wants to love and be loved. Everybody wants a hug. We want hugged, we want to be loved, we want to be held. A hug is a silent way to say I love you. So go out, give somebody a hug and say I love you. And then we have a group called Love Songs. So Love Songs started out with one person. I love that one person. I mean, I am so moved this week because it broke 100,000 2 days ago. Today it's 102,000. 1,000 people are joining every 10 hours from all over the world. I don't think there's not a country that's not there. Everybody in the world wants to love and be loved. Doesn't matter where they are, doesn't matter the language. They all want to love and be loved. So every week I play a song from Love Song. So this song is very special to me because it's sung by a little girl from Indonesia who probably has about 1 million views on YouTube. I mean, her name is Shania Yan. I think of her as Shania Twain, but Shania Yan. And she sings such a beautiful version of this song. So please play that song.
If I had to live my life without you near me, the days nights would seem so long. With you I see forever oh so clearly. I might have been in love before, but it never felt this strong. Our dreams are young and we both know they'll take us where we wanna go. Hold me now, touch me now. I don't wanna live without you. Nothing's gonna change my love for you. You ought to know by now how much I love you. One thing you can be sure of, I'll never ask for more than your love. Nothing's gonna change my love for you. You ought to know by now how much I love you. The one that changed my whole life through, but nothing's gonna change my love for you. If the road ahead is not so easy, our love will lead the way for us, like a guiding star. I'll be there for you if you should need me. You don't have to change a thing. I love you just the way you are. So come with me and share the view. I'll help you see forever too. Hold me now, touch me now. I don't wanna live without you. Nothing's gonna change my love for you. You ought to know by now how much I love you. One thing you can be sure of, I'll never ask for more than your love. Nothing's gonna change my love for you. You ought to know by now how much I love you. The one that changed my whole life through, but nothing's gonna change my love for you. Nothing's gonna change my love for you. You ought to know by now how much I love you. One thing you can be sure of, I'll never ask for more than your love. Nothing's gonna change my love for you. You ought to know by now how much I love you. The one that changed my whole life through, but nothing's gonna change my love for you.
So that's Shania Yan from Love Songs. I saw it this week and I was like, wow, what a beautiful young girl from Indonesia. What a voice of an angel from Indonesia. Again, spreading love from Indonesia all over the world. So please join Love Songs and celebrate love and celebrate love songs. So Sharon and I wanted to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving this week. Matter of fact, the most loving Thanksgiving you've ever had. And around the table, saying I love you to everybody in your family and have the most loving Thanksgiving. So Sharon said, I'm going to sing this song. So take it away, Sha.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, Sha. Love
Happy
you, love
Thanksgiving. So gratitude, right? What's better than a song about gratitude? This song is called Grateful, and I'm really present to everything that I'm grateful for. And one of the things I'm grateful for, Kenny, is you and this beautiful show and everyone here at the Brooklyn Cafe. So without further ado, Grateful. For each day I live, my God, for each day I live, I am grateful, grateful, forever grateful, grateful each day I live. For each day I live, my God, for each day I live, I am grateful, grateful, forever grateful, grateful each day I live. I am gifted by your glory, I am lifted by your love, I am grateful, grateful, every day I live, I am grateful, grateful, every day I live. I live. I am grateful, grateful, forever grateful, grateful each day I live. For each day I live, my God, for each day I live. I am grateful, grateful, forever grateful, grateful each day I live. I am gifted by your glory. I am lifted by your love. I am grateful, grateful, every day I live. I am grateful, grateful, every day I live.
Love you, Sha. Grateful for every day I live. So what had you choose that song?
You know, we just take it for granted that we have every day for the rest of the year, and you just don't know what tomorrow can bring. And really, I think that it encompasses the fact that this is what it looks like when life is working, up, down. This is it, and life is short. So not to give anything too much significance, but to really, you know, as my grandfather said, live with a strainer. Right? The strainer, when you pour out the pasta and you let all the water go through, right? And you're left with the yummy pasta. So in life, you let all that not great smelling stuff go through, keep all the beautiful stuff. But the key, every year, make those holes larger.
So Sha, you had somebody in your family pass all of a sudden. Who passed all of a sudden in your family?
I'm not sure.
A cousin.
I'm not sure who you're referring to. I'm drawing a blank.
With your sister?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes. That wasn't recent. That was
That's right.
a long time ago.
So
yeah.
what happened?
So my cousin, she was 12. And she had a fear of leaving home because when she was 2, her family had a car accident back in London, and she was separated from them for a while. When she was 12, she decided to really, you know, transform her life and to be less weary and to come to the United States for her bat mitzvah. And she actually came with me. I was going home to visit my parents because I was living in Israel at the time, and it was Passover. And she tagged along on my flight so she wouldn't be alone. And we landed in the United States, and within 24 hours of her being here, she went for a walk with my sister. They crossed the street. They were hit by a car, and she didn't make it. Yeah.
Yeah. What's her name?
Her name was Reut, and we called her Tuti because Tut is a strawberry, and she had strawberry cheeks with cute little freckles. And when she was little, we would call her Reuti Tuti, and she couldn't say the R as a baby, so she gave herself the nickname Tuti. Yeah,
Tuti.
We love her and miss her very much. It would have been now 25 years or more, maybe even more by now.
Yeah, so I love you, Tuti. Love you, love you, love you. Yeah.
Thank you, Kenny.
Mwah. And so she was afraid to go out.
Well, she was afraid to sleep over anybody's house, or
Yeah.
and she kept trying. Like, she would even go to my grandparents, who lived 10 minutes from her parents. And at night, like 1 o'clock in the morning, my grandmother would call my uncle and say, "Come get her. She wants to go home." And in fact, what was really interesting, how the soul knows. You know, when we were on the flight from Israel to New York, it was right before we landed. She said to me, "I want to go home. I want to go home. I want the plane to turn around. I want to go home." So the first thing we did when we arrived, we called her parents, and I told her that they put her on a standby flight because she had a ticket for 2 weeks to be in the United States. What we didn't know is it wouldn't even be 24 hours before the accident. Yeah.
Yeah, so there again, life is short, and
So short.
you know, there are no accidents. So can you relate to this conversation, Dawn, about not going out? So Dawn, please come up. I want to introduce my special featured guest, Dawn Rosenfeld Krieger, who I call Dawn Love, who has the biggest pure heart. She's just such love, and she gets it from her mom, from her dad, who also had pure hearts. So Dawn, how do you relate to that story with going out?
Very much so. Most of my childhood and early adulthood I was agoraphobic. For people who don't know what that is, most people won't leave their home. I wouldn't go further than a 2-mile perimeter. And I live very differently today because I'm very grateful that I do whatever I want, and that's a blessing.
Right, so you wouldn't go far from your home.
Right.
And what do you call that?
That was called agoraphobia, or also known as panic disorder.
Yeah, so that's what Sharon's cousin had.
Yeah, and she had it from the trauma that when that first car accident happened and she was 2, everyone but her and her family was hurt. So in the hospital, she was staying with strangers because they were in a strange place. They were in London. But that turned into some kind of like post-trauma that she had to stay close to home to feel safe.
Yeah, so there were no accidents. God is love, like the crazy coincidences of life, and life is short. So, Dawn, please share. I mean, I just got to hold this up again because it's so beautiful.
Doesn't
So,
want me to cry.
so Harlan, her brother's on the right over here, pure love, and her mom on the left, Shirley, beautiful actress and supermodel as far as I'm concerned, just like Dawn. And so, Dawn, please share your love for them. What do you love about them?
We just got each other, just us 3. Not my father, not my other siblings. We just got each other. We had a silly sense of humor, I still do. Love for music. My mom had a great love for music, and my brother as well. Yeah, and just big hearts. Just big hearts, whether it was animals or people. My mom always took a lot of my brother's friends in. Some of them lived with us for whole summers and till they got on their feet. Yeah.
Yeah, so huge hearts, like you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what happened with your brother?
My brother battled a drug addiction most of his life, moved out to Minnesota and got his life together and has 2 beautiful children and a wife, Audra, Jason, Jaden. Hi. And very successful gold business and had all addicts working for him. And unfortunately, he got a temptation and snorted something he shouldn't have.
Mm.
Yeah. Worst day of my life.
Mm. So you had a love for music,
Yes.
your whole family.
Yes.
So Sharon wanted to love you and your mom and your brother, so she prepared a song for you and your mom and your brother to love you.
You want me to cry. That's what it is. You want me to cry in front of everyone. You're doing a good job.
So this is for you. This is for Shirley. And this is for Harlan. This is one of my favorites, and I heard it's your mother's favorite. So. Where it began, I can't begin to know it, but then I know it's growing strong. Was in the spring, and spring became the summer. Who'd have believed you'd come along? Hands, touching hands, reaching out, touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. I've been inclined to believe they never would. Look at the night, it don't seem so lonely. We fill it up with only 2. And when I hurt, hurtin' runs off my shoulders. How can I hurt when I'm holding you? One, touching one, reaching out, reach out, touching me, touching you. Sweet Caroline, good times never seemed so good. I've been inclined to believe they never would. Oh no, no. Can we make the music a little louder? Thank you. There you go. Sing it with me, ready? Sweet Caroline, dun, dun, dun. Good times never seemed so good. Sweet Caroline, I believe they never could. Sweet Caroline, good times never seem so good. I've been inclined to believe they never would. Oh no, no,
Love you, Shad. Love you, Dawn, so much. So, Dawn, what does that song remind you of?
My mother. My mother loved Neil Diamond, and she had a crush on him and really loved him after he gave his wife, his ex-wife, $80 million in the divorce. That did it.
That's Love on the Rocks for you.
So, Dawn, Audra's writing in that she loves you so much.
My sister-in-law? Now
That's
I'm
your
gonna cry.
sister-in-law? Yeah, she loves you so much.
I tell her ditto. That's Harlan's wife.
Oh.
Audra, love you so much.
Did
Audra.
Harlan love that song as well?
No. I don't think so. No. Hi, Audra. Hi, Jace. Hi, Jaden.
So, you're hearing that song. What does it remind you about your mom and Harlan?
We're very silly. We're always dancing around the house and, just getting into the music.
Yeah, and why was that her favorite song?
I just told you, because he gave 80 million. She just loved Neil Diamond.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, loved Neil Diamond.
But, like, why did she love Neil Diamond? Why did she have a crush on him?
You have to ask my mother, but probably was her type. And then, yeah, she had a Neil Diamond thing.
Okay, great, great. So, with Audra writing in and everything, it's very moving for you. They love you so much. Everybody loves you so much. There's so much love pouring in, by the way, for you.
Did Steven Tyler write in?
So Jadarian just wrote in, he loves you. Griffin wrote in before he loves you. Oh, Audra just wrote love back. Love you, Audra. That's beautiful. So I want to show the slideshow so everybody can see your beautiful mom and brother. So please play the slideshow. Beautiful. Mwah. So what's it like for you to see those memories on that slideshow?
I'm choking back tears. Yeah, especially the one with my wedding.
So those were some of those pictures are from your wedding.
Yes.
So you shared with me about Harlan's huge heart and how he would give to the homeless. What would he do?
He had, every Monday, he had a priest and a rabbi that would come to his office in Minnesota and say prayers, and he would donate to both. This one's gonna make me cry. Ooh, my brother would go load up his car with all kinds of groceries and drop them off at all the poor sections in Minnesota. Yeah, he was a secret angel. And I do the same. And I like to keep it where no one knows.
And at his memorial, there were so many people who loved him.
Yes, there was more people there than the one we had here for him. Yeah, he touched a lot of people living out there.
And how come? Were there more there?
He just was unique. He was just very charismatic, funny, and just drew people in. That's just who he, if you knew him, you would get it.
Yeah, so he was a heart of gold.
Yes.
He only hired addicts at his business.
Right. And he had a rule. If they used, they would have to fess up, and he would hold their money until they got on their feet so nothing further would happen to them. And yeah, he was pretty successful at it.
Yeah. Your brother loved everybody, didn't he?
Not really.
No?
He had a big heart. He helped a lot. He helped more than the people he liked. He would rather, do it like that.
Yeah, but he loved a lot of people.
Yeah.
And he loved the homeless.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to help the homeless,
Oh,
help
yes.
addicts.
Yes.
Sounds like he wanted to help people who were down,
Yes. Yeah. Because he once felt that way, and that was his way of helping them have some hope that things change and get better. Because eventually they do.
And your mom, you both got that from your mom.
Yes.
So what was your mom like that you got that from her?
Well, actually, my father was as well, very much of a big heart. Just a soft heart, very empathic.
Yeah. What were some of those memories on the slideshow? Like just your wedding? What else? Like there was an old picture of you and your brother. What were some of those pictures?
Well, my brother was getting a lot of calls for talk shows, and he would keep declining. Something happened with somebody that worked for him. And every day he would go, Donahue called, Sally Jesse Raphael called. And then one day he said, Oprah called. I love Oprah. And I said, Oprah called? He said, yes, I'm going to be on her show. Well, that was all like not true, but that got me on a plane, my first plane in 17 years, a 3.5-hour flight to Minnesota. I knew the night before it wasn't true, but I was ready to do it. Yeah, that's the connection my brother and I had. Nobody could have got me on a plane but him.
So he knew what to say to you.
Yeah.
To get you on that plane.
100%.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And you see, you prove that when there's a will, there's a way.
Amen.
Amen.
So Sharon prepared a song to love you and your brother.
Misty watercolored memories of the way we were. Scattered pictures of the smiles we left behind, smiles we gave to one another for the way we were. Can it be that it was all so simple then? Or has time rewritten every line? If we have the chance may be beautiful and yet what's too painful to remember? We simply choose to forget. So it's the laughter we will remember. Whenever we remember the way we were, the way we
Wow.
Ooh. God, that
Wow.
almost got me bawling. That
So-
was my wedding song.
Was it? Oh, wow.
I had two. That was one of them.
Wow.
And Lady in Red was the other one.
God is love. Wow.
Dancing.
Wow. Dawn, if you could say something to your brother and mom right now, because they're right here with us, what would you say?
You're always in my heart. And thank you for being with me, because I feel them at times. And I hope they're proud of me.
And you love them so much.
With every heartbeat. Always did.
So I just really want to thank you, Dawn. I love you so much. I love your mom, Shirley, and Holland so much. I feel them here right now with us. And it's just an honor and a privilege to just love them.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I love you, Sha.
Love you, Kenny. Love you, Dawn.
I love you.
Love you, Stanley.
Love you, Stanley. Love you, Dawn. So I want to thank all you lovers for watching the Florida Love Show today. Life is short. So go out and love everyone. And you have Thanksgiving, a perfect place to love your whole family. So as I end every show, who can you give a rose to? I love you. You've been listening to the Florida Love Show, where we've been spreading love in the Florida community. For more information, please contact me, Kenny Love, at 917-699-1995 or ken@florida-love.com or on our website, florida-love.com. See you next week, 3 p.m. Friday for the Friday Love Hour. Keep spreading love in your life and have a loving week. Love you all.